The home office industry wants you to believe that a better setup is just one more purchase away. So you buy, and then half of it ends up shoved in a closet, never used, money gone. Today I'm going to save you from that. These are the 8 home office purchases people regret the most, and the smarter, cheaper things to buy instead. And stick around, because number 4 is the most popular home office purchase on the internet right now. And it's also one of the biggest wastes of money for the way most people actually work. Let's get into it. Regret number 1, the gaming chair. This is the single most regretted purchase in the entire home office world, and the reason is simple. A gaming chair is built to look aggressive, not to support you for 8 hours of real work. Here's what the furniture experts will tell you. When you compare a gaming chair and an office chair at the same price, most of the gaming chair's cost went into the racing stripe design, the fancy stitching, and the logo, not into ergonomics. You're paying for looks. The lumbar support is usually a loose pillow that slides around and never stays where you need it. And the recline and seat depth adjustments are far more limited than they look. Sit in one for a few years of full-time work, and your back pays the bill. Regret number 2, the bargain standing desk. Standing desks are genuinely good for you. Standing for just 15 to 30 minutes, every few hours improves circulation, engages your core, and gives your brain a fresh hit of oxygen that sharpens focus. That part is real. The regret isn't the standing desk, it's buying the cheapest one. Bargain desks almost always use a single motor, and a single motor desk wobbles. Put a monitor and a coffee up top, raise it to standing height, and the whole thing shakes every time you type. The fix is to look for a dual motor desk with programmable height presets. Dual motors lift smoothly and quietly. They're far more stable, and they hold heavier setups without the wobble. You don't need the most expensive desk on the market. You just need to skip the flimsiest one. Regret number 3. Assuming mesh is always better. Mesh chairs are marketed as the premium choice, and for breathability, they're great. But there's a catch nobody mentions before you buy. A full mesh seat is a dust magnet and a maintenance chore. It collects dust constantly and needs regular cleaning to stay looking decent. And for some people, sitting on a taut mesh seat all day gets uncomfortable in a way a cushioned seat never does. This isn't never buy mesh. It's don't buy mesh just because it looks expensive. If you run warm and want airflow, a mesh back is fantastic. Buy for how your body actually feels, not for the showroom look. Regret number 4, the expensive monitor light bar. This is the one I told you to wait for. The trendiest desk purchase on the internet right now. To be fair, a monitor light bar is not useless. It clips to the top of your screen, lights your desk without glare, and can genuinely reduce eye strain. The regret is in how much people spend. The premium models run over $100, and in head-to-head testing, a $30 version with touch controls and a pivoting head solves the exact same problem for a fraction of the price. Here's the bigger trap. A light bar is not meant to be your only light source. People buy a pricey bar, expecting it to fix a dark, badly lit room, and it can't. If your room is dim, a simple desk lamp positioned in front of you does far more for the same money. Skip the $100 hype. Buy the budget bar, or just light the room properly. Regret number 5, the big studio microphone. Somewhere along the way, people decided that good audio on calls means a giant podcast microphone on a boom arm, taking up half the desk. For most of us, that's overkill. Unless you're recording a podcast or making content, a large studio mic is a purchase you'll use at 5% of its ability. And it adds clutter, cable, and desk arm hardware you didn't need. The truth is, a simple clip-on lavalier mic or a small USB mic delivers clean, professional call audio for a tiny fraction of the price and the footprint. Match the tool to the job. If you're just taking meetings, you don't need a recording studio mic. You need to not sound like your laptop. Regret number 6. The monitor that's too big for your desk. The ultra-wide and the giant 40-inch monitor look incredible in other people's setups. But buying one without measuring your desk is a classic regret. A monitor that's too large forces you to sit too close, which strains your eyes and wrecks your posture because you can't position it at a proper viewing distance. Reviewers who swear by big screens also have the deep desks to support them. On a standard or shallow desk, that massive monitor becomes a daily annoyance. Before you buy, measure your desk depth and check the viewing distance the screen actually needs. Regret number 7. Buying purge everything. The rainbow-lit gaming aesthetic is everywhere, so people kit out their work office with RGB keyboards, RGB mouse pads, RGB light strips, RGB fans. Here's the regret. For a workspace, those color cycling lights are a constant low-level distraction, and on a video call, they cast strange colors across your face that read as unprofessional. If you love color, keep it to one tasteful accent. A single warm light, a single strip behind the monitor. For everything else, buy the plain version. It's almost always cheaper than the RGB model anyway, so you save money and you look more put together. Regret number 8. The pile of tiny productivity gadgets. This is death by 1,000 small purchases. The mug warmer, the phone charging stand, the cable clip kit, the desk fidget toy. The little gadget that went viral on TikTok last week. Each one is cheap. The pattern is always the same. The fix is one simple rule. Before you buy any small desk accessory, ask, what specific daily problem does this solve? If you can't answer in one sentence, don't buy it. Real upgrades fix a real repeated hassle. Everything else is just clutter you paid for. So, skip the gaming chair for a real ergonomic one. Avoid the wobbly single-motor desk. Don't buy mesh just for looks. Don't overpay for a light bar. Match your mic to your actual needs. Size your monitor to your desk. Kill the RGB. And stop feeding the gadget drawer. 8 regrets. 8 smarter moves. The goal was never to spend more. It was to spend right. A great home office isn't the one with the most stuff. It's the one where every single thing earns its place on your desk. If this saved you some money, the next video breaks down the home office trends that are already dead in 2026. See you there.